Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to set number 4. This is Woongjin Stars versus SKT T1 in the SK Planet Pro League Round 2. We are now going to see Seolki coming out for Stars, and he will be playing against, of course, the remaining member of FBB, Best. So Best is now in a must-win situation against Seolki. SKT is down 1-2. And this is interesting because I'm quite confident in Best's abilities. Seolki, of course, is a very strong Zerg, and he's got a lot of fans. He's been doing very well recently, even better than Zero, I think. At least he was in the beginning of the season. But Best's PvZ recently has actually been looking ridiculously good. I mean, before this season, I think a lot of people were kind of like, Best's PvZ is kind of meh. But this season, he's been taking down good Zergs left and right. Spoiler alert, taking down Hydra recently. Oh wait, no, was it Hydra? Oh, wait, who did he take down recently? He took down some good Zerg recently. I don't know. He's beaten Jaedong this season. God, who was it? I don't know why. He did beat Hydra, didn't he? I think he beat Hydra as well. He's beaten a ton of good Zergs. So, but let's see if he can beat Seolki. And we are getting started into the game. Okay, looks like someone does say he beat Hydra. So, here we go. Looks like the map is Chain Reaction. Now, we have seen a lot of cheese on this map recently. Well, nah, I don't know if I should say a lot. I think I'm also getting this map a little bit confused with Outlier. Between this map and Outlier, they've had like a lot of cheese. But on this map, you know, you get like the cannon rushes, notably Bisu's cannon rush against Wookiee recently. We also saw a very interesting ZVP where the Zerg built a like in these positions, I think it was actually the same as these positions, but the Zerg built a hatchery in the top left and mined out the back. And just like went for a bust. I think that was actually against Best, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was actually against Best. I don't remember who the Zerg was, but I think Best actually lost to a cheese on this map, which is quite funny. Anyways, it's like a probe guy going out to make a Forge Fast Expand. And the Overlord of Seolki, of course, going straight over to Best's base, because this is a 2-player map. So, there's commentator guy, looking snazzy. An interesting, fun little fact, by the way. It seems that the commentators are like keep switching even during a match. Oh wait, no, I mean, wait, what am I talking about? Anyway, it was an overpull by Seolki. Oh, no. I think it's on weekend matches, like, one set of commentators do the first match, and then another set of commentators do the second match. Because, like, recently OGN picked up all of the NBC guys, all the NBC commentators. So they have, like, actually more commentators than they really need. So they just, like, have 2 sets of guys on the weekends. I think that's... I'm actually just like losing my train of thought, like mid-sentence here. Anyways. So, we do have a Forge at the front. And is that a probe heading to top right? Or a drone? Whoops, a drone. Yes, wrong race. It is in fact a drone. So, Seolki gonna build his first base there at the 1230-ish position, rather than just take his natural. I actually saw a Zerg do something, or do this as well recently, where I guess they just like assume that their natural would be blocked, so they go and take the third base straight away, even though the probe is actually just wandering around the main, because the probe was just hanging around in the main. I don't know, did he actually chase it to the natural? I wasn't paying attention there. But you just like preemptively avoid getting probe blocked, which is quite interesting. because that is extremely annoying for the Zerg if the probe just like runs around your natural and stops you from making a hatchery. So this we just have one pair of Zerglings made from Sulky after the overpull, and we have one cannon for Best since he only sees 2 Zerglings out, which is the correct thing to do. Anyways, looks like Probe Guy is still running around in the base with a handful of minerals, or I guess a mouthful. Actually, wait a minute, what do probes carry the minerals with, right? Because they don't have hands, they don't have mouths. Like, drones carry it in their little pincer crab claw things. SCVs have, like, little mechanical arms, but what do probes actually carry minerals in? Do they have mouths? Are they like, you know, giant mechanical hamsters? They just like stick the minerals in their cheek and they have like a bulging, glowing cheek with minerals? I actually don't know if minerals glow. Do you guys think minerals are radioactive? That'd be quite cool. If you could have like a glowing probe cheek. Anyways, looks like we just have standard Cybernetics core in the main base. I'm pretty sure that's in range of the Overlord. So yeah, looks like a lair is on the way, and we have a standard opening so far. Now, what we're most likely going to see is some Corsair heavy play from the Protoss. Not only is that kind of a trend in PvZ recently, but it seems to be especially good on this map, of course, due to the close air distances. Zergs will favor, you know, Mutas and Scourge, and the Protoss will favor Corsairs. It looks like Scouting Probe Guy finally gets taken down. Minerals in mouth. And there's a Spire from Sulky. Not necessarily going for air units just yet. We'll have to take a look at when he takes his second gas. Looks like Best actually playing very safely here, bringing a probe to help block at his natural. And looks like he is getting +1 air weapons, so it is indeed going to be Corsairs coming out for Best. And let's see what Sulky does in response. So, oh, looks like we do have a pylon being made at the back door. Just gonna make sure, you know, nothing sneaky happens back there. But once again, I would like to note, though, that that is like a really late time to actually check that. Like, if Sulky had gone for a fast, you know, third at the top left into mining out the back, Best would just be dead right now, which is exactly what happened to him once before. So I don't actually know if he sent a probe up there before, but it just seems funny to me. Like, I keep noticing on this map, I remember actually saying this in like week 1 or week 2, Protoss don't seem to check their back minerals on this map that often. Compare it to, say, Heartbreak Ridge, right? On Heartbreak Ridge, you always check the back minerals, like, before, like, by the time you get your gas, you just like send a probe there, if you're at all suspicious that he might be cheesing you. And even if you're not suspicious that he's cheesing you, just check anyway because it's Heartbreak Ridge. But on this map, like, the Protoss don't seem to do that. Now, one argument for that, of course, is that on Heartbreak Ridge there's 0 valued patches, so you can just mine it out with one guy, but here it's actually 40 minerals, so you can't just mine it out with like one drone, unless you have a hatchery there. But I still think it's a good idea to mine that out. Anyways, we did see a standard 5-hatch, 3-hatch Spire into 5-hatch Hydra build from Sulky, so it looks like he's not going for air dominance, at least not immediately. Of course, it is possible for him to go, you know, make a bunch of mutas later on in the game. But with Best already going for +1 Corsairs, I'm not sure if that would be the best idea. No pun intended. And it looks like we do have 3 gateways. The Cybernetics core is still spinning, so yeah, it looks like +1 not quite finished yet. A couple of Scourge going to come in now, and if they can get a look at the Corsair count, that would be quite important for Sulky. I don't know if he's aware just yet that Best is in fact going for +1 Corsairs, so that would be quite beneficial for him to see. Looks like we have 1 Dark Templar heading out, and a nice SimCity though at the 3rd base by Sulky. That's actually a very nice SimCity. Anyway, it looks like +1 is finished now for the Corsairs. And that Zergling, I think, did see the Corsair pack kind of flying around, so Sulky should know what's going on now. Looks like DT guy gets warded away. Overload speed not quite done yet. There could be a little window of time here where the courses are effective. And yes, indeed, there is going to be the later Muta switch from Seolki, but I don't think that's going to do anything. There's 6 Corsairs with +1 on the field already. Unless he can get like a really amazing angle and flank on the Corsairs, he's just going to get annihilated in the air at least. So I don't really understand. Yeah, see, now he's going to run into 6 +1 stairs, and oh my god, though, he does get the surround! Whoa! Never mind! Great angle with the Scourge, but it doesn't even matter. Losing everything. It looks like he only killed 2 Corsairs, actually. Wow, I overreacted a little bit. That looked a lot better than it actually was. Seolki tried to do a fancy move there, but I mean, you know, the stairs were also over cannons, and, well, now Seolki could be in a bit of trouble because he invested a lot in those mutas. As you can see, only a few Hydras and a Sunken at this base, 1 muta also coming in, but these Zealots are going to do a lot of damage, more Zealots flooding in, and Seolki, I think, is going to take a lot of damage, if not just die completely to this attack. Actually, I think it's unlikely that he'll die completely, but look at so many Zealots in there. The 1 muta is not going to do anything, the Hydras and the Sunken are not going to do anything. A nice drone stack by Seolki, but there's just like nothing behind attacking the Zealots anyway. Like what is that going to do? Oh, looks like some Hydras coming in from the back though, from the main and the natural, and looks like the Zealots actually being funneled there. Like the SimCity is actually being used to keep the Zealots in rather than keep them out. That's actually quite interesting. So Seolki is going to clean this up, but he did take some damage. And I mean, I think Best is in a pretty decent position right now. Looks like adding on a couple more gateways, adding on a couple more cannons, in fact, at the natural. Just a little bit wary of a counterattack here. But I gotta say though, that was a decent defense by Seolki, given the situation. But now the +1 stairs are going to start roaming around, and it's going to be very hard for Seolki to deal with these and be aggressive at the same time, because Mutas and Scourge aren't going to do anything against these Corsairs. He's going to need to leave some Hydras at home or bring the Overlords with him, but it looks like he doesn't even have Overlord speed yet. Of course, that does often happen when the Zerg goes for Mutalisks, is they delay their Overlord speed, and oh god, he's just losing so many Overlords right now. He's completely supply blocked, 65 of 45 supply. And you see all the Hydras having to stay at home to defend the Overlords. Absolutely no way for him to do any kind of attack right now. It looks like we have a shuttle going in. It's probably a DT drop into the main, in fact. That is quite popular, but it looks like it might just fly directly into Force Scourge here. Seolki has like brain hacks. What the heck? Oh my god, Seolki. I have no idea how... This like defies explanation right here. There's gonna be like a Discovery Channel special on how Seolki just sends Scourge to intercept shuttles that he doesn't know are coming. I mean, you know, to be fair, for when Protoss go for +1 Corsairs like this and kill so many Overlords, it's very, very popular to follow it up with a DT drop. But that was just amazing timing right there. Anyways, looks like the Corsairs, though, continue to do damage, unfazed by the loss of their invisible brethren. And, I mean, until Overlord Speed finished... It should be finished, though. Overlord Speed should be... No, it looks like it's not done. Oh, wait, no? Is it done? Okay, looks like Overlord Speed is done now. +1 carapace on air would also be quite useful, I think. These Corsairs just doing so much damage. Seolki is in a pretty icky position right now. He does have a decent amount of Hydras, though. But, other than that, I mean, besides the, you know, sniping that shuttle, not much has been going his way, and looks like 1DT does try and sneak in the back there. I'm pretty sure a probe actually pushed it through the back door. If you kind of mine the minerals a little bit while the DT is standing there and you hit stop, you can actually push units through those neutral patches in the back. Or, not neutral patches, I guess, just plain mineral patches. I guess mineral patches can't really be allied to any, or allied to anybody. Excuse me. So, it's like some Scourge, just seeing the Protoss army moving out. A decent number of Lurkers out. But, you know, there's also some Dragoons and Observers, so I think Best will be able to do some damage here. Interestingly, Seolki actually is taking another expansion at the top left. He's down like 50 supply, though. 131 against 86. Seolki is way down on supply. That seems a little bit greedy to be taking that 4th already. I mean, Best is thinking about taking his 3rd there at the 630 position, but he hasn't started it just yet. Seolki, I think, is just going to try and hope that these lurkers help defend him. He does have a very nice spread on the lurkers, but Best is just going to go for it. I don't know if this is the best decision. I swear to God, I'm not making these puns on purpose. But look at all those Dragoons. With decent storms as well, and now the Zealots flood in. That's a very nice control, army control, by the way. And oh my god, the DT is gonna sneak into the main. DT survives with like 1 HP. No, I think it actually died. Yeah, let's say DT died. That could have been horrendous for Seolki if DT just killed all his drones while he wasn't looking. But I want to go back and say that army control, Best led with the Dragoons and the High Templar first to clear out the lurker field before sending his Zealots. He purposely held back all of his Zealots, which is exactly what you want to do against that kind of position. Otherwise, your Zealots will just melt in the lurker field. And it looks like Best is now going through with a lot of Dragoons. It seems that he's morphed both of his, or all of his High Templar into Archons, but he's just got so many Dragoons. And here is the trademark flooding of Zealots that Best has been doing, has been winning his games with. Look at this, just mass pumping Zealots, rallying them to the front, just going for the kill here. Seolki in a lot of trouble. It looks like Best is going to even up the score 2-2. We will be seeing a Game 5, a deciding Game 5 between these two teams. Very, very exciting. I am so happy too. After yesterday's disappointing match, today's series has thus far been quite good. But I mean, I think that's all for Seolki. We're kind of just waiting for a GG at this point. 51 supply against 104. You know, he's lost his natural. He's got the top left base, but that's not gonna matter. Probably losing an upgrade in that evolution chamber as well. Looks like he's just not very happy about this loss. Just needs a little moment to accept his fate, and then he's gonna die. Or I guess he's dead already. He just doesn't know it yet. He's in a zombie state right now. Come on, zombie Seolki. It's alright, dude. GG! Best takes set 4 and makes it 2-2.
김민철 선수가 의도했던 경기가 이게 어긋나 버렸습니다. 그 이후부터는 도재욱 선수 물량 한도 끝도 없이 많네요. 도재욱의 승리를 거두면서 이제 다시 공동일위가 됐습니다. 도재욱 이원의 것도 저그를 상대로 만들어낸 것이기 때문에 굉장히 의미가 있습니다. 네, 한 시즌 만에 선수가 이렇게 달라질 수 있을까라는 생각.